Montana is grizzly bear country. Reminds me I need to get some bear spray because pepper spray is illegal in Canada. Which is kind of odd since pepper spray is pretty much, I don't know what the difference is, but I thought it was pretty similar to pepper spray, honestly. Yeah, I think if it wasn't Alaska, it would be Montana. This guy's gonna let me pass. Yes, he is. I mean, come on. Mountains, Gandalf. 50, huh? Mountains, Gandalf. Mountains. These are mountains. Of course, I'll have mountains in Alaska. But these are nice too. Thursday evening, April 25th. I didn't leave Butte until about 5 p.m. because I finally decided to go ahead and get a video uploaded. Wow, just wow. And there's more to come. There's a little stream right there. I've seen a number of them. Maybe I'll get to see it again. A lot of streams. Just wow. Heading to Great Falls. Should be there by, I'd say 7:30 at the latest. And then tomorrow, Canada. Got a bit over 1,200 miles now under my belt. 2,500 to go, roughly. And 10 days to do it. I'm going to find my phone holder. I always drive with one hand anyhow, just FYI. And it's the hand that I'm using to hold the steering wheel right now. Which is my left hand. Of course, I alternate from time to time, but most of the time I drive with my left hand. Sites like these are worth the journey of life alone. It was worth being born and living everything that I've lived just to see this. Not the truck. So just by the way, the stretch from, I believe it was Dillon, Montana, to Butte, I got a little over 8 miles to the gallon in that stretch. Of course, I presume that was predominantly the going up part of this coming down. Great Falls is about 100 miles from Butte. certainly gas up again in Great Falls. No idea if I have to go back up again though, what the elevation of Great Falls is. I suppose I'll look it up tonight. Perhaps. That was a nice little stretch of road. Until later. Not quite to Great Falls yet. Pulled over to use the restroom and found a pretty good spot to do it. This is the exit for Gate of the Mountains. That's the name of the exit. Gate of the Mountains. So let's go this way. Oh, it's gonna be kind of bright. Show you what it looks like on the other side of the trailer. It's so peaceful out here. Another beautiful day. That's Interstate 15 right up there. Not quite sure what that lake is called back there. But yeah, not a bad spot to leave a leak. It is Friday afternoon, about 2:15 p.m. on April 26th. And is it Friday? Friday or Saturday? One of those two. Definitely not past Saturday. I think it's Friday. And it might be Saturday. Anyhow, I am about 30, maybe 30 miles north of Great Falls, Montana. And I am continuing on my way here north. I've got about 170 miles to Lethbridge and about 100 miles to the Canadian border. And figured I would just go ahead and get a little bit of this footage because what a difference from central and a good chunk, I'd say most of northern Montana. Northern Montana on Interstate 15, which I still am on, turns into prairie like this as well. About, I don't know, I'd say at least 30 to 50 miles south, from about 30 to 50 miles south of Great Falls, it turns into this as well. And what a difference. My goodness. Wait till I can see over this hill here. Prairies. Prairie, prairie, prairie. Which in some ways is great, because that means, you know, I'll get decent gas mileage on the flats if it is predominantly as flat as it looks like it may well be, or if it continues like this, actually. That big sky country, though. That's what they mean. Yeah, if I lived in Montana, I would definitely live in central to slightly northern Montana, where the mountains are. Because this right here, yeah, not for me. At any rate, should be a pretty smooth sailing. Till later. Peace. Just crossed over the Teton River. Decided to go ahead and record that right quick as a way to look back at the map later. See exactly where that runs. Getting a little bit of variation now. But back there, before I came up to this hill, it kind of felt almost like flying or driving on water while being on land. It was just so flat, and well, once I get to the top of this hill here, I might be able to get a better shot of it. Sometimes I see the most amazing things, like that sky over there, or that sky in front, but my goodness, almost gives me the feeling of being able to see the curvature of the earth. A lot of times I'll see something and I'll think to record it, but by the time I actually safely get my camera situated and press the record button, the thing is gone. Wow, that is a field of green over there. Holy moly. Look at that. Well, there we go. A little bit better. Goodness gracious. Make a great golf course. Little bit windy today. First day I've had any real significant weather of anything, of any type to speak of. Had a couple of sprinkles, and that lasted maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Not even hard. Very light sprinkle. And that was that. And that was in Butte. Other than that, every single day has been gorgeous. Perfect weather. Ideal. That's a lot of skyline. That's a lot of open space. Mostly flat, open space. Oh, getting a sign here. Lethbridge is about 40 miles north of the Canadian border. Maybe a little bit more. Not much. Pretty amazing country we live in. For those of us that live in the United States. And I do believe I'm going to the best state of all. But yeah, geographically speaking, America is phenomenal. The variety. Just amazing. Amazing grace. Well, that was a rather abrupt change. I believe I'm either passing through or just south of Shelby, Montana. Maybe not Shelby. But yeah, we just went from flat, essentially prairie, to not flat. Oh. There's a sign coming up. Mile marker 358. Valley Road, Golf Course Road, half a mile. Looks like there's a camping spot up here too. And back to the flat. Well, I do see some pretty good sized mountains off in the distance. My compass, that's slightly northeast. is well. Life is good. Welcome to Canada. Crossed the border about 10 minutes ago. Very comfortable border crossing. Just asked me for my license, asked me what my license plate number was, asked me how long I was planning on being in Canada, where I was going, whether or not I had any firearms, and I just answered those questions, and he handed me back my license and he said, "Have a nice day." So welcome to Canada. Looks a lot right now like Montana. Northern Montana. All right. I think I've got about maybe 60 miles to go to Lethbridge. And then if I have cell service, because I tried to make a phone call, but I did not have cell service. So we'll see how that works out. A friend of mine who I'm working with, Steven, said that it's spotty. You really only get cell service when you're near a town, but I have Starlink. So I can make a phone call pretty much anywhere I want to. I just have to pull out my Starlink and set it up. At any rate, I'm in Canada. Let us continue. Woohoo! Yay! Good morning, and welcome to Lethbridge, Canada. It is about 8:30, maybe 9. It's about 45, 50 degrees, so a little bit chilly. And here in Lethbridge, they have Walmarts too. How about that? I need to get gas. I'm headed in the direction of Calgary and might make it to Edmonton today, or up near Edmonton, because my route is going to take me, the faster route will take me to the west of Edmonton, but that'll be about 6 hours. And everything's looking good. And I don't have cell phone service here. So what I do have, though, is the ability to text and call via what I'm using is Text Now. But that is a Wi-Fi service. So in order to use that, you have to have internet. But I have Starlink, which had been being kept inside of the trailer. And I would just bring it outside at night and then keep taking it back inside. But I'd like to be able to use my phone while I'm on the road to use Google Maps and such. But I need internet for that. And I have internet, but I'm like, how do I do that while I'm on the road? So what I decided to do was go ahead and put my Starlink right here on the roof. I've got it bungee corded in, 2 good strong bungee cords, very securely fastened, and I basically just oriented it to where north will be as I'm driving northwest. So this is facing that way, which should be pretty darn close to north as I'm driving for the most part, because that way, in line with the front of my truck, will be northwest. So let's give it a shot. I put this here just to keep the little towel there. It's very tightly on there. And I think going 50, 55, even 60 down the road, it's going to be just fine. I'll check it. And of course, while I'm driving, I can easily have my inverter on, because I have my DC to DC charger. So, and I just have the cord coming through the door here, which this door, it's fine to catch like that. Actually, I think that might be all the way closed. Cool, so let's give it a shot. With this going, right now I won't be able to get service because it's facing exactly almost due south, but I just want to dump my trailer tanks and get gas, and we're off. Peace.